if you have not been here yesterday, but my poster actually...
Louder.
Yeah? My poster actually shows mostly what I talked about yesterday, so I'm not going into more detail because it's going to be the same. The work package I worked in was work package 8, and we did the evaluation of the ROADIDEA project, and there were 4 aspects of evaluation. We evaluated the innovation process, which is what we're doing later on today, the type of seminar, the type of procedure. So we looked at that and saw how that went. And then we evaluated the ideas that came out of it. And then we have here, well, this bit. And then the idea evaluation is this blue box. So some of you might come up later and have a closer look. We looked at the innovation aspects and at the service concepts. And then I put the 5 pilots, which is the pulp friction, the Gothenburg pulp pilot, fog pilot, and the rainfall pilot. And then we have the evaluation of the platform at the very end. So I think you all best just come up to the poster and read for yourself. There's not much I can tell, I'm afraid. Okay, so thanks next. Thank you.
Next must be Matti. Yes, work package 4.
Okay. Thank you. This is a poster on work package 4, and the idea is to tell you that I was presenting the summary of utilization of advanced information for driver and traveler services, and more or less looking at the process problems and the recommendations that will end up in a better world, I guess so. And this poster is trying to urge you to read the most detailed ones, because there is a summary of the situation and background document. There's a state-of-the-art and emerging an analysis of the emerging services, both in public and in private side. Then an important document that is, of course, very useful for all working in this area is the technical requirements and standardization. It's summarizing the standards available and the problems with the standardization, also including a lot of discussion on necessary things as architectures and their use. And then finally the one that I presented, a summary, putting those pieces together so that this change from data to services would be better in the coming years and would offer better fulfillment of the user needs. Thank you. What's the next?
Joo, mutta meneekö minun paikkansa? Vai siirtääkö nyt? We have to turn this. Move this. The left tästä a little bit, because it's behind. Pistetään suuntaan.
And this poster is presenting I think the worst car accident situation in Finland. This happened a couple of years ago, and we had pile-ups in 4 different places in Helsinki area. There was snowfall after a cold winter season, and almost at the same time there were those 4 pile-ups, chain accidents, and more than or at least 300 cars crashed and 3 people died. This poster is presenting the weather situation during that day, and telling about what kind of warning system could have been helped in this kind of situation. So the weather behind was snowfall, but in southern part of Finland, southern part of Europe or central part of Europe, same kind of chain accidents happened during fog.
Okay. My poster is about the weather that you could have if you are bicycling, especially in the Netherlands. Basically, it says the same as in the presentation I gave yesterday. Nice, in this case, in the poster, and have a look at that, is how 20 minutes departure time can make the difference between let's say, a very wet trip with 2 millimeters rainfall or no rainfall at all. And this is typical of the summer situation in the Netherlands. Okay, thank you.
Full pilot. And move the camera.
Okay, if you're good, we can pull that through. Just drag it. Don't lift it, don't lift it. Drag it. Don't lift it.
Thank you.
Yes, we described it yesterday, so I just want to put the attention on the fact that we tried to develop a system to monitor fog over an area, Veneto region, by combining satellite data, visibility detectors data, and ground station meteorological data. And we chose a parameter to compare the different data, and it's the probability of reduced visibility. And the way we extracted this parameter from the different data depends on the kind of data we have. So we have heavy statistical processing with meteorological station data, while for visibilimeter and satellite data, we used a more empirical approach to the problem. That's all. Thank you.
Please, the next.
This is an innovation of an instrument for the detection of the residual salt on the surface of the road. The principle is that we have laser light illuminating the surface, and then the scattered light is detected, and spectral analysis gives you information about the salt present on the surface. It is very important to have this information for the optimization of the salting process.
Thank you. This is the poster elaborated by our institute, ROADS, and we carried out some work in the first phase of the fog pilot, and mainly it was a literature analysis, and we carried out measurements, visibility distance measurements in Hungary on the M7 motorways. And here you can see a short analysis about the relationships between fog and road accident situation. And the one part of the results of our work are the proposed speed limits in case of different visibility distances. Thank you very much.
So this is another work related to modeling. It is prediction of adverse driving conditions in winter. This was done for the Sweden. The problem is how to predict slipperiness based on weather forecasts. We have tried to do this, and results are quite good. The correlation coefficient between really observed and predicted data is about 0.8. This was for the slipperiness, and this is for the particular matter in the Po Valley. We have been collaborating with the RPAV Institute, and we have got the data, and then based on data we have tried to do prediction of the particular method. Performance is approximately the same as previously in the forecasting of the slipperiness.
Mario.
This poster is the pulp friction poster, presenting more or less same content than was in my presentation yesterday. So something for background, wintry weather in Finland and what is friction in common level, and information about measuring friction and our friction modeling. And here is our friction formula in general level, and some results of the correlation between friction and road weather observations. And then also something discussion what to do in the future with the model and so on. Thank you.
One more. This is another innovation, graphic user interface for prediction of traffic flow field. The question is to predict the complete dynamic field in a complete country. We have used just data from the counters and comprised the statistical non-parametric model, and then we have built a graphic user interface where the user can select the place, can select the time, and can obtain the information about the traffic flow at certain point. This could be done in advance for 5 years now. Based on this data, we have estimated the performance, and for the complete country, the correlation coefficient was 97%, which is rather high, and this is now installed in Traffic Information Center in our country, and the ministry is using this for further information support. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Very nice posters. Now we have coffee will start in 10 minutes. Now you have a chance to ask the presenters of the posters. So the presenters, please come here, and everybody can look at these more closely and then ask details what you want to know about. So we will start coffee at 20. We are now ahead of schedule, but it's just good. 20 past we start our coffee break, and maybe then we rearrange these during the coffee, and then maybe quarter to 11 we start the brainstorm. Thank you.